Thank you, Griff Maximus, for the tag. Let's check this out. We got a community note, we got a clip. Looks like we're off to a good start here. Before we play the clip, let's take a look at this tweet that got community noted. So this VTuber bubthelaw says, I got banned on Twitch for 7 days for things I didn't do. A small DBD creator got very hostile towards me and my friends who played against him, and he nitpicked lines and made it all that I said it. The ending there is kind of like weird phrasing, so I'm not 100% sure what that really means, but VTuber then goes on to say, I'm with my family right now, so I'll appeal and get more into this later. 1 out of 2. And as we can see, a community note got added that says, bubthelaw was caught on clips harassing the other streamer and also using racist remarks. And a quote right here, allegedly from Bubs, we'll play the clip in a moment, with the quote disparaging the guy for being a white man. So Bubs goes on to talk about the Twitch ban they got, saying that it feels very wrong and unfair and that they're going to appeal it. Bub then posting an image where people accuse her and her friends of saying all of the quotes in this image, but Bub refutes that, saying that a lot of these things weren't said by any of her friends and that she only said one specific quote there, as you can see. So the quotes include disparaging the guy for being white, insulting his appearance, and just other stuff that's like termly online lame talk. However, once again, Bub refutes most of this. So let's play the clip that people are sharing. And keep in mind, it's just a brief portion of the full stream, so it might not show everything that occurred. That takes us back to the tweet that I was tagged to initially, the one with the clip that we're about to play. Before we play it though, let's read the caption by Spookin here, who says, you deserve to be banned. You and AnntanDesu are both Twitch partners, and you, along with your friends, shamed a streamer with 700 followers because you lost a match of DPD. You also pulled up in his stream while live and all harassed him in his chat. It's pathetic.
They're a streamer?
Yep.
I'ma go annoy them. Of course he's a white man.
I want to see the chat. I want to see the chat. Hold on. Let's...
amount of viewers and streaming and you're behaving like this, man. I didn't.
I'm gonna close their tab. It's not fun. This guy is whining like a little bitch and does not want to admit anything they're doing.
That's small dick behavior. It's okay. It happens. That's why you only have 18 viewers.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so let's pause real quick. It looks like Bub is not the only person in this clip saying all this crazy stuff. A lot of it also came from this other VTuber, AnntanDesu. I tried to clarify that a little bit with some of the like on-screen captions or whatever.
It's 2 partnered streamers in a single chat. It's too much for him to handle, unfortunately.
You open his stream, the first thing you say is like, oh, of course it's a white guy. I'm like,
Dumb fun-looking white man.
oh boy.
Like, it wasn't racist. I just... You know, he looks very privileged, and he uses the way he talks tells a lot about how much privilege he has. Pre-pubescent white boy.
Yeah.
I said that his penis is very small.
So there you go. Seems like both Bub and Anton insult the guy in various ways, with most, if not all of the disparaging remarks about him being white, actually coming from Anton. Anton also mocking him for having a low viewer count. And it seems like Bub and Anton presumably went into his chat, where Bub then brags about both of them being partnered streamers, and going on to shame the smaller streamer. Finally, there's that UNC guy, who makes some weird sexual comment at the end. And as we saw, this apparently resulted in Bub getting a 7-day Twitch ban, where Bub attempts to play the victim, acting like she didn't say anything wrong. That, however, doesn't go very well. She gets community noted, and people criticize her all throughout the responses, such as, you did incentivize your community to harass him by pulling up on stream and making rude remarks. You may have not said all of them, but you were actively supporting them and not refuting any of it. You're still calling him small, lol, it's a bit telling, come on. As well as, saw that clip and your ban was definitely deserved. Maybe you were having an off day, but you should really learn how to be kinder to smaller streamers. Using your platform like this is gross. And the clips don't lie. Racism, sexism, and overall extremely poor sportsmanship like this is exactly why the DBD community is seen as toxic. It makes people like me have zero interest in playing. Enough with the self-victimization. Take the L and learn from your mistakes. But once again, it seems like most of the stuff in that clip actually came from that VTuber Anton. So, what's going on there? Well, just about an hour ago, Anton posted this, the full message reading. As I've been sick for the past week and just have been released from the hospital today, I find I have to speak of these events publicly. I'm not here to defend myself because we all act a certain way when our past trauma is triggered, but I don't want my poor health and past trauma to be an excuse. I want it to be a way for me to keep growing in a best version of myself that I always strive for. I want to say first and foremost I'm sorry to my community, and I'm thankful and grateful to the people that are aware of who I am as a person, and know that a little misunderstanding doesn't define me or make me a bad person. I made a mistake which made me only human. I'm really not that great at trash talking or fighting in general. It's not something I do by nature, only if I had no choice but to defend myself. DBD is very much outside my comfort zone as a game, and being new to it, I wasn't aware of a lot. I come from a different culture. I grew up speaking French and Arabic, and as an African, I have dealt with all sorts of racism. The shame and anger I felt finding out I was using a derogatory slur was beyond me. I am truly sorry, as the whole entire time I never thought it meant more than what it is, the description of a person with lighter skin tones. I'm so very sorry for this. In French, it has a more playful tone, which is why I wasn't understanding my wrongdoing about it, and I don't think I will ever apologize enough for it. but I can assure you it won't ever be a part of my vocabulary, as I do not condone nor support racism. Now to the point of discussing its numbers. This one was very low of me, and I don't even know how it actually came into my mouth. I'm just ashamed, not because people found out, but because it felt bad even for saying that, which is why I attempted to contact the person in question and apologize, which was in vain. With no way to reach out, I hope this amazing community will deliver my message. Napnide, after rewatching your VODs, I realized we share a deep pain that only someone with the same deep cup could understand. It made me feel angry at first because I didn't understand it, but now I can see your pain. Your past doesn't define you. I'm sorry. I wasn't a better encounter to you, a new friendship, or just a new gaming buddy. Instead, I was a bully, which is unacceptable, and that's why I apologize and hope nothing but the best for you. I am so very sorry for my actions that were a one-time thing. I can assure you, just like you've never heard of me before, you won't ever hear from me again. The thing is, there's this response right at the top that gives us some more context. Let's take a look at this. It says, "It seems weird to try and apologize genuinely now, after it blew up, when you were previously saying the person was lying about everything, and that neither of you did anything wrong." And including a screenshot of a tweet seemingly from Anton that says, "Totally unfair to see Twitch support siding with someone who is lying about everything, and still get punished for speaking back. Free my girl. She's all I have." And yeah, it looks like that is indeed a real tweet. The responses are filled with people pointing out how disgusting those actions have been, and basically saying like, how is it a lie when there's a video of you harassing them? It's understandable that people would question Anton's sincerity, considering that arguably the clip is worse for her than it is for Bub. And it looks like Twitch hasn't taken any action against her, so perhaps she's trying to save herself from any repercussions on Twitch, as well as any further backlash from the internet. On top of that, there's also the tweet that we just took a look at, where Anton accused the smaller streamer, the one that they were harassing, of lying about everything. Some would call that victim blaming, which understandably will only further skepticism towards her recent apology post. And finally, we also have a response from the streamer who was being harassed in that clip, this response specifically to the tweet by Bub. And it reads, "Giving my 2 notes about this, since I'm getting messages, follows, and join requests of your viewers in my server. I just want to be left alone, just like I wanted to be left alone then. Victimizing yourself and twisting the truth here is not doing any good. At the end of the day, you came to my stream while viewing it in yours, when I said GG's, well played, and told that you guys were very good at the game, and gave me quite a tough match. Your co-streamers also mentioned that they want to come and annoy me in your live stream beforehand. You quickly joined her in my chat with malicious intent. Your co-streamers mentioned that," this quote that I'm not going to repeat, "hours after matching up with me, while you hyped her. All this just because you lost in a video game. Your point of view, and all the stuff I mentioned, was sent to Twitch. You cutting these parts out of it and resending them to Twitch doesn't change anything. I would suggest you take the 7-day ban and try to remember good etiquette next time you're streaming, without making fun of smaller streamers and their skin color, accent, that part, how they look, nor come to their chat to shame them for just starting out in Twitch. Do better. All the best, Nap. P.S. Feel free to watch my point of view of the match and see for yourself how polite I was during the whole time. It is just a video game. Nothing justifies your behavior here." It seems like the victim is actually handling all of this more respectfully than anyone else in this situation. And you might enjoy this next part. Do you remember how in the clip, Bub and Anton shamed him for having like 18 viewers or something of the sort? Well, right now Nap is streaming on Twitch to over 200 viewers. Pretty wholesome conclusion. I'll also link Nap's Twitch in the description of this video if you want to check out the point of view that he mentioned so you can see it for yourself. Or if you just want to check out his streams in general. And that's the end of this segment. Hope you enjoyed my coverage. If you did, consider liking and subscribing. Appreciate ya, and I'll see you in the comments as well as in the next one. Have a great weekend.